And now, from a location disclosed only to the government, it's Plant-Minded Monday with Chef Megan!
Woo! Yeah! Oh, how's it going, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well on this glorious Monday in November. So, we have a few things to make today, and since we started doing Plant-Minded Monday, we're just kind of going to make some recipes that actually have plants in mind, because a lot of times there are some studies out there that actually say that people are not eating enough fruits and vegetables. Can that be possible? Yes. So I'm going to show you a couple recipes that you may have seen before. They're just really actually things I had right on hand. Didn't even have to really go out to the store for that or get them delivered or anything like that. So already had them, and I will tell you one of them is reusing something I made earlier last week, or earlier, well, it is Monday, so yeah, last week. So I roasted some beets, and we had made some roasted beet soup. Ooh. And I'm going to now take some of those extra roasted beets and make an arugula roasted beet salad with a little bit of goat cheese and a little bit of pine nuts. Yeah, we have pine nuts today. And then I am going to make a baba ganoush. So, big time eggplant. Eggplants are looking pretty good these days. You can't go wrong with an eggplant. They're low in calories, high in nutrients, and quite delicious when you learn how to make something with eggplants. So, that's kind of fun. So, where do you think we should start? We should start with the beets, I think, and the salad. So, what we have to do with the beets, now we already roasted the beets, and we wrap those up in foil, put a little olive oil on those, and then put them in the oven for about 45 minutes, and they roasted right up all on their own, and then they become some beautiful roasted beets. Look at that. And then, if you have some gloves, everybody has gloves these days, don't they? You just peel off the skin of the beets, and then we're going to chop those up and put those on our salad, our green salad. So I'm going to make an arugula. I have arugula and spinach mix, and I'll make a little vinaigrette, and then we're going to pop some roasted beet on there. So we just peeled the skin right off, and we're going to take those beets, and they're soft and ready for rocking and rolling here. So gotta love roasted beets. Now those have a lot of nutrients in them. So if you're not used to beets, or you think you had beets when you were a kid and your mom made you eat them and you wouldn't be able to get up from the dinner table unless you finished them, these might be a little different than your childhood roasted beets. I mean, even my mom doesn't like beets. I'm like, Mom, what is that? That's not right. So I was never forced to have beets as a child, so aren't I lucky? We never had peppers, we never had beets, we never had certain things. Anyway, so you can slice those up, and then you can turn and dice those up if you so desire. So you can kind of go with whatever shape works for you there. Now, I am going to put together our salad, our actual greens. So we have, now this is a salad spinner. If you haven't used a salad spinner, they do come in handy for a lot of things, especially like if you have herbs and you want to wash those herbs because they just came out from your garden, or you want to get your greens a little zhuzhed up. So you rinse those, and then you spin your greens, and that actually dries your greens. So look at all that extra water that just came off of our greens here. And we can do that again, because when you're making a salad, you actually want dry leaves on your salad, because that way your vinaigrette or whatever kind of dressing you're going to be using will actually stick better. And then you will have much more gratification with your salad. So, And don't we all want gratification with our salad? Yes? Do I hear a positive reaction to that? All right, so we have taken our greens and we're just gonna pop them into our bowl. And we've got all that liquid can just go away. And I'm gonna make a little vinaigrette. And I have a little bit of roasted walnut oil. This is actually one of my favorite things to put on a salad. And I have a little bit of Sicilian lemon white balsamic vinegar. So we're gonna pop that into our bowl, just a wee bit. You could use a white balsamic vinegar, you could use a champagne vinegar, just kind of going with a lighter type style of vinegar. You could use aged balsamic vinegar, but that's gonna change the flavor a lot. So, and it's fine, but I probably wouldn't use it with the roasted walnut oil as much. I might use that with an extra virgin olive oil. So, little pepper, and I have a little whisk. We're gonna make whiskey. Really, all right, and then we're gonna take that little bit of oil, and I'm gonna just drizzle that in, and we have a quick little vinaigrette. There is no reason you can't just pop that every night of the week. Taste it. Oh my God, so good. All right, so what happens there, it becomes a little more viscous, and then we're gonna drizzle it over our greens, just a little bit, so you can make a fresh one every day of the week, you know? And you can change up your vinegars, you can change up your oils and things like that. So it's gives you a little bit of variety in all of your food, and a little different flavor every night of the week. So we've dressed our little bit of greens. I'm gonna get a nice little bowl or a plate. That's not noisy enough, is it? Jeez, right? Dang. Got too many plates. All right, so we're gonna plate up our greens here. And, all right. And, of course, with every salad, I love, my favorite ingredient is goat cheese. So we're gonna pop some of those roasted beets on, take a little bit of that goat cheese, crumble that on. Little trick here for you, if your goat cheese is a little too warm, stick it in the freezer for like 10 minutes and it'll crumble just fine. So you always want to make sure that goat cheese is cold, so it is easy to crumble if in fact you are going to be crumbling it. So, next up, we're going to take a little pan, just your regular old pan. We're going to add a few little nuts. Now we have some pine nuts. You could use walnuts, pecans, pine nuts. You only need a few of these. We're just going to sprinkle them on there, and it's going to be delicious because it just gives it a little bit extra richness in your salad. So just a nice little single layer in our pan. And because pine nuts are a little pricey, they're usually about $23 a pound. So you don't need a lot, but they really do add a lot of flavor, and just a little bit goes a long way. So we've got our burner on here. Now, while we're waiting on that, we got some extra bits of beets. All right, so the gloves are so you don't get your hands all red. So it does come off, don't you worry. It's not permanent. So here's our salad so far. As soon as we have our pine nuts a little bit toasted, we'll put those on the salad, and then our salad will be good to go. And next up, we're going to make our baba ganoush. So baba ganoush is made with eggplant. So basically, you take your eggplant, take your sticker off, wash it, and then you take your knife and poke a bunch of little holes in it. So we're going to just pop this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes or until it implodes. And then we're going to pull that out, and then we're going to scrape out the inside, and that's going to be the ingredient for our baba ganoush. So you make baba ganoush just like you make hummus, except there's no beans and it's just eggplant. So, all right, let's see. You also don't want to burn those pine nuts, so you want to keep a good eye on those. So, all right. So through the magic of television, or not, we're going to take out that magical eggplant that has been cooking in the oven already. So now, if you notice, it gets a little soft and flat. That's what you want in your baba ganoush. And we're going to let it cool a little bit so we can actually touch it. All right, I'm going to pop that over here. Now we're going to prep in our food processor. So I have some fresh garlic. Everybody needs garlic. It's antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. It's not anti-friendly. Everybody's eating it, right? Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to take my handy-dandy little garlic peeler, and voila. I know, here's the trick everybody loves this trick. Go here, boom, and then one more. And when we have garlic in our food, it helps to keep our immune system nice and strong. And we're going to take our food processor, process that a little bit. All right, so we're going to mince that down and you get that nice and small. What are you laughing at? All right, so once our eggplant cools a little bit, we can take that off and we're going to just scrape out the inside and put that actually in our food processor. So, yum yum. So, it's nice and soft and nice and hot as well. All right, get this piece out here. Now, you could leave the skin on, but I am going to try to take the skin off. It's very, very hot. That base. So, with baba ganoush, a lot of times people don't like hummus because of the beans, so that's why I love baba ganoush, nice Middle Eastern dish. And get that skin right off. Something pretty easy. Alrighty. So, we have, there we go. That little skin there. And we'll just scrape this one right out this way. And you could actually add some garbanzo beans or some other kinds of beans if you so wish to kind of add a little more depth to your baba ganoush. However, you do not need to. All right, so we're gonna blend that with the garlic. And that blends up. It's nice, it's soft, it's warm, it's yummy. So I'm gonna use a little bit of tahini. Now tahini is ground sesame seed. I love tahini, and tahini just gives us a lot of wonderful flavor. It has the natural fat in it, so it's just made from sesame seeds. We've got 1 lemon, so we're going to squeeze that lemon right in, and here's my little dish. All right, so taking our lemon, squeezing it in, we want to make sure that we do not have any seeds in there first, so we're going to pop that in. I'm going to do just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then a little bit of salt. Oh, jeez. Didn't I just say don't burn the nuts?
Don't burn your nuts. Oh.
You know. Oh, well. We got more.
Smell the nuts burning.
All right. Get those out of the pan. They won't burn anymore. Oh, well. Live on Monday night, it's Chef Megan. All right, So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I could use some cumin. All right, we'll get a little taste of that. Oh, yum. All right, so a little bit of cumin. Pop it around there. Oh, smells like burnt nuts. Oh boy, it's only fun in Chef Megan's class. All right. So you can add a little bit more salt. Ooh, that's perfect. So that's how fast that goes. Now, I have one naan bread, and you can pop that naan bread right in your oven, right on the rack. It'll be just a few minutes, and that'll warm right up. It'll be awesome. So if you are doing bread, you can do that. Otherwise, we have some no carrots. We have some peppers. They look like carrots, but they're the shape of a carrot.
Burnt nuts.
And we have some burnt pine nuts. And celery. You can use naan bread, pita bread, chips, crackers, anything you would use with hummus as well. So I need a dish. So here, we'll go with that. We'll go with a see-through dish so you can actually see what you're eating. So when you're taking out your baba ganoush, pop that right in, and we have such a delicious appetizer. You could add a little bit of feta cheese or goat cheese if you want on top to garnish it, or something else that we have, which is really fun, some microgreens. So if you haven't used microgreens yet, I think I got these at Sprouts, so you can kind of garnish your little dish here with that. We're going to do our salad with no nuts right now because they're not in the best shape. So, all right, pull that out. That's already warm. Look at that. Oh, yum. Nice, warm naan bread. And we can just shape that up and and pop that, and voila. So here's your baba ganoush and your gorgeous arugula salad with roasted beets and goat cheese, a little bit of naan bread. You got some fresh veggies over here. We got celery and some mini sweet peppers, and we'll call it a day. So that is how you increase fruits and vegetables into your everyday eating lifestyle. And you can pair this up with chicken, lamb, beef, any kind of fish, if that's how you roll. So check it out. All right? Hope everybody's having a great week. And boy, oh boy, eat up gorgeous, fresh food every day of the week.